right, good morning there. Let me... Wow, it's bright today on the lighting. I don't know as much I can do about that. Alright, let's check and see if the live is working. Wow, it's bright today on the lighting. I don't know as much I can do about that. Okay. Working fine. I don't know how to gauge that. I think the natural light sometimes it's dark and dreary out and it's a little bit of a blustery day. So whoa. Oh, that's not gonna make it. We're just gonna have to live with that today. Is there a spot I can... Everything's real reflective. Okay. Well, we're going to go with what we got. Because it's still pretty cool. So, anyway. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales on a blustery day today outside. Anyway. Fun stuff today. Had a really good sale. And went through a bunch of that big fantasy bin that I picked up and found some gems. So we're going to kind of roll through those a little bit. I'm actually going to open that up so I can speak intelligently on some things and put that right there on that screen. Go to my eBay. And anyway, we have one sale that yesterday, but it's pretty big. And this thing's been kind of out there for a little bit with a whole bunch of interest and not quite anybody willing to pull the trigger. But I wonder if there's not going to be some folks kicking themselves. Here we go. 1990s Pirates of Dark Water, unbuilt Wraith, and probably I would say a C3 out of 10 box. I think it's got all the parts. But yeah, like they're still on trees and stuff. So this is a real neat find. It was actually in the board games at a local thrift store. I'm not sure if they knew what they had or what, but anyway. Fun find. Good cartoon, by the way, if you're ever interested. I put it up, I think comps on like a new sealed in box. There's a few out there that are around the $200 range, maybe a little bit more. So I started this about $175. Took a $140 offer on it yesterday. Happy to get it. It cost me $3 or $4. It was a no-brainer. I didn't even look it up. Actually, I think I did look it up just to make sure, but it was one of those like, yeah, that's going to go. So, fun find. Happy to get that going because it's bulky. You buy bulky stuff and you always hope it sells fast because it's annoying because it takes up more room than you want it to sometimes. So that's pretty good there. But yeah, $140 and it's not going far, so that's also nice when I don't have to travel. Anyway, listings, stuff I just listed up yesterday. The next page, right there, and that's going to affect it or not. Anyway, fantasy novels. Scrolling down. Oh, I need to remove you. No. Okay. Let's see where they go. Here we are. There you go. Further down. All the way down. Okay. Clash of the Titans. Movie paperback. Looked it up. I'm starting this at about $13. This may be more of a $9 book, but it's one of those that comps are a little weird because of the mass booksellers, like thrift books. But when you have something with a real picture, that can actually get you places. Sometimes you can look the books up that thrift books and some of those places sell, and you look them up as like they've got them $5, $5, $6. How can I compete? You compete with a real picture, and you can sell yours for more if you got a real picture for the right book. But it does work. You can. Those guys don't have all the answers simply because they sell bulk. This was an interesting one. Ceremonies by T.E.D. Klein, $18. There was a little small batch of 80s, 90s paperback horror books. Are always you look at the cover, you can kind of figure some of them out. They're always worth looking up. Some of them are worth a bunch of money. Some of the zebra ones, where the publisher's Zebra, I grabbed those without even looking them up if they're a buck or less. Everyone else I kind of look up, but a weird author that you haven't heard of writing a horror novel, grab them, because a lot of them are worth a little bit. I think I've sold this next book before. Superman Last Son of Krypton kind of came out when the movie did. And what I have this one. This one I have for 17. This is another one that's kind of weirdly over the board. That if you describe it right, maybe like you have a good first edition. Sure. So anyway, it's alive. Not entirely certain what this is, but it's another one of those horror books that are just kind of randomly out there. $30 on it. I put it out on this. I expect to give 20 and 20 and 30 on this one. So this was a really good find, I think, in that batch. Sharky's Machine. The Burt Reynolds cover. The other ones aren't worth as much. I think this is the true first edition of the book, which is kind of rare for a book associated with a movie. But if you find Sharky's Machine, get the one with Burt on it. Because it's cooler. Because it's Burt. Dune. I grab every copy of Dune I see. Buck or less. I got it up for $10. I've sold this particular edition, I think, 2 or 3 times already, between $7 and $9. And finally, I think this was a really neat find, is Wheel of Time, The Great Hunt, trade paperback, first edition. I think this is the first time I've ever come across a trade paperback Wheel of Time book, and I've sold a bunch of them. And this is the first trade paperback I've seen. I don't know if this is a true first edition, or if it's. I'm pretty certain there's a lower print run of these. So, and this comps on this. I put this one up for $50. $40 in the range is probably. I may get 50 on this, but the range between 30 and 50 is pretty definite. So. There you go. And some stuff I'm going to list later today. These are all like $10 to $20 book range, typically speaking. Horror, the Supernatural. This is part 2. There's another one that almost has the first part has kind of a matching cover. It's a $20 book. So let's see. The Jaws Log. I don't remember what this one was going specifically for, but looked it up and then figured it was worth individually listing. So, first, Jaws paperback. The original paperbacks are worth grabbing, by the way. Broken Sword by Poul Anderson. This edition seemed to be selling pretty well. I think I showed this one yesterday. Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien, the 1970s. These sell individually pretty okay. I'm about to start that book, by the way, of my own. And Wheel of Time, Robert Jordan. I think I've sold 6 of this book in the past 2 years. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. It's bad. It's that close to that. That's how many as I've had in my possession and have rotated out. So those were the fun finds I had in that lot. That's all like the individual stuff. Just about everything else is going to get lotted up or something like that, one way or the other, and we'll go through that as I get them listed. So anyway, so blustery day out. I seem to be flying through these lately a little bit faster in 10 minutes, and that's okay. It's not like people are watching yet. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. If you've got a good fantasy author you like, you want to find, post it down below. Maybe. If you like Pirates of Darkwater, like it. Like the video. Because you like pirates. And they were cool pirates. Kind of creepy sometimes, too. Anyway, have a good day. Come on.